Hey everybody, welcome to the Brainal Podcast. This is episode 17 and it is March 9th, 2016. Smooth. Oh, that was great. I am Jeppy Condal and I'm... oh, God.
Yeah, it's real smooth.
That
it's
is
a lot better.
Perfect.
And I'm joined
Great
by
job.
Frozen GFX.
You gonna say something there, Frozen?
No, Good Coffee is apparently. And Good Coffee. And this is where Frozen said something.
You gonna say there something, Frozen?
No.
Something?
No.
Okay. Good coffee. Hey, guys.
Okay. Sorry, Frozen, if I insulted you with not being able to actually have you say your own name. I apologize. We'll go back to how it was last week next time.
What?
Record that?
I don't know what you mean. You didn't insult.
No.
You didn't insult me.
Oh, I thought we. Never mind.
What?
It's fine.
Frozen GFX. Okay, there we go.
Frozen.
Anyway, how are you guys doing?
Doing well,
I
man.
am-
How are you?
Nice, pretty good. Can't complain.
Simply delightful. The weather outside is good enough for me to be sitting inside and playing video games.
Hey, the weather was nice today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Wow, it was great. It was good. I'm not being sarcastic in any way. I really enjoyed it.
No,
It was aight.
it was beautiful.
Over here,
I got the
away
I
from
got
you
the
guys.
wimbo. It was
What?
It was aight.
Is I?
Dong.
Sorry.
Oh, hold up. Coffee, what'd you just say?
Nothing. What'd you say?
No, because I could have sworn you said dong again.
I did not say anything.
What'd you say?
Oh my God, Jeppy.
Is I?
Dong.
Sorry.
Oh, hold up. Coffee, what'd you just say? I heard you go,
Yeah,
it was something
right?
like hong. I heard that.
Is he hearing things, Frozen?
I think so. I think his subconscious voices
I am
are
hearing
coming to light.
things you are saying.
The things that you wish I said because... Okay, let's just keep going.
The
Let's do this.
Let the records show. Okay, so some random news, just random news, but something that's tied to something Frozen and I talked about a few weeks ago is,
I think I know where you're going with this. Go ahead.
yeah, so Fable,
Yep.
Fable Legends was canceled.
They must have heard you and your hatred for Fable
Yeah.
and the association that they had with Peter Molyneux.
Yeah, I forgot what the name of the studio is. Lionhead Studios.
Yeah, it's Lionhead Studios.
Okay, yeah. So they were closed, and from what I understand, that was supposed to be a free to play game, correct? For Xbox One.
I don't know the specifics with that, but I do know that there's a proposed closure. Like, they haven't closed yet, I don't think.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I mean, either way, that's sad to hear, but I don't know. Were any of you guys particularly like Fable fans?
Nope.
Is that a nope?
Yeah, that's a no for Frozen.
I know that was not a
Okay.
dong.
Yes. Okay,
See, he was about to say it again. You heard me? I'm not
no.
crazy.
No.
No.
No, okay. Well, I actually followed the original Fable quite a bit, just because of everything that Molyneux promised. And I played the game. I enjoyed it. It did not live up to my expectations.
You talking about on the original Xbox?
Yes,
Cool.
yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought it was a fun game, but it just didn't live up to that hype. I mean, he was saying there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff in there. Like, you could carve your name in a tree and go back and the tree would be grown and, like,
Yeah.
it would stay in there.
I-
Stuff like that.
I specifically remember something like that, and I was very excited to play that first game and completely disappointed and never picked it up or any of the successors.
And I hope people don't get me wrong. I thought his ideas were great. Yeah, but it was
Sure.
like you're saying the execution just wasn't there, right?
Yeah, I mean, but that's 99% of it. I could come up with a great idea, but if I don't do it, it doesn't mean anything.
Poop
you know?
shape.
Yeah, it's
That's the first thing
Yeah.
that comes to mind.
don't know. I mean, that's just a fantastic idea. Why haven't you done something with that?
I don't know. I'll get on it.
You should. Get on top.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel for Lionhead Studios because Molyneux left, so he had nothing to do with it. But a part of me blames this on Microsoft to some extent because I don't think Microsoft. Correct me if I'm wrong, but and I'm not being a Microsoft hater for the record, but I'm just trying to be a realist.
Oh, I know you own an Xbox.
Yeah, but like as far as icons they have or iconic franchises, I should say, we have Halo, which from what I understand, Halo 5 didn't really perform that well, right? What else do they have? They have Fable. They had Fable. Now they have Killer Instinct. What else am I thinking of? Anyway,
They had, well, I don't think it's an exclusive anymore, but they did have Titanfall.
right? Yeah, that's not.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, and kind of. I'm not saying it wasn't relevant, but there wasn't much of a splash there anyway. But the idea is, I feel like Microsoft is doing to, or did to Lionheart, or allegedly doing to Lionheart, kind of like what they were doing to Rare. And I think Microsoft is trying to. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I know how to run a company, right? But the idea is, they're trying to rely on franchises that were never really strong to begin with, and Fable was kind of a broken franchise at the point. It wasn't strong. It doesn't surprise me that Fable Legends was closed, but I feel like they should try and. The point is, instead of Lionheart doing something original, they're like, do more Fable. People like Fable, and but no one really likes Fable anymore, I think. Ever since 3.
Yeah.
Remember, and like they had that Fable. I don't even know if they ever came out or did it for Kinect. Remember?
Oh, the yeah.
I
that game.
know.
It looked awful. I mean,
And that was when Molyneux was still with them.
Totally looked
Oh,
bad.
yeah. Wasn't Molyneux the guy who I just remembered? Wasn't he the guy who did the Milo demo with Kinect?
Yes, he was.
What happened with that? Oh man,
it wasn't a thing.
And that looked
It
cool.
looked
Yeah, they
like it was going
canceled
to
it.
be
They
a
had
thing.
Milo and Kate, and that was going to be the Xbox 360
cool.
Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did, but I heard most of it was actually done by people like behind this. They actually had someone choosing
Kind of
what
like
Milo was going to say
stage it,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of like the Wizard of Oz, don't look behind the curtain type shit.
Yeah, and it's just sad. I am glad that they're allowing Rare to do an original IP. That's cool.
What, you say you're not excited about Viva Pinata like 8 or
No, but I am excited about
3.5?
what's that pirate game called? I forgot what it was. But it looks pretty cool. But don't get me wrong, I'm not super excited. I'm interested. I'm glad in what the possibilities of what Rare could do. But then again, it's like, who's at Rare anymore? But at the same time, I don't know. I'm not saying they're bad developers, but I know the original people that built the Rare name aren't there anymore. But
True.
hey, either way, and then you see them trying to get Lara Croft. They have Crackdown, but again, they're going back to the wall with Crackdown. So I don't know what's gonna happen with them. I don't know.
Aren't they doing the
and Gears. They're doing Gears.
Yeah, they're doing. I mean, that's been around for a while, but aren't they going to be doing the
HoloLens?
What was it? Yeah.
Yeah, but at most right now, that's that's gonna be that's. I think it's very niche, but at the same time, that did remind me they do have Minecraft now. But at the same time, Minecraft is not exclusive to them.
No, certainly not.
But we'll see. They have Recore coming. We'll see how that's gonna look.
I actually know nothing about Recore. What is that?
I think I briefly mentioned to you. Recore is the new. Yeah, I did. It was Keiji Inafune with former Retro devs.
Oh yeah, you did mention that.
But they haven't shown much on it other than the E3 trailer, so that's pretty cool. But Keiji Inafune, what are you doing, man? One at a time. Either way.
Yeah, he's kind of. Yeah, for real.
For real. But anyway, that's all I wanted. Unless you guys had more thoughts on that.
No, I've never been the biggest Lionhead Studios fan.
Oh, it's Lionhead, not Lionheart. Yeah, Lionhead. That's right.
That's So to be honest, I've just been kind of constantly disappointed by the ideas that Molyneux has put forth have always been great, but I've just been kind of disappointed. So it really doesn't bother me. It sucks for the company and the people that are losing their jobs and everything if it does actually go through. But I personally won't miss them. But I feel for those that
Yeah, I hear you.
are affected.
Yeah. Frozen? Any?
No, I mean, I really don't have any feelings towards Fable. I told you, I played the first game, and it was a disappointment. It was overpromised, underdelivered, and it was just one of those series. And the studio itself was something I never paid attention to, so there's no tears shed in my book.
That's what we need. We need an under-promised game that's over-delivered.
Exactly.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be great. That would be amazing.
Like Barbie Racing, or okay, maybe not that one.
Off the top of your head, this came up with Barbie Racing.
Yeah, Barbie Racing.
Yes, it's a good one.
Nice. Tokyo drifting with Barbie. Again.
That reminds me.
I always drift with Barbie.
So this is interesting news. So you guys hear about Amazon, the Japanese Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, they are now doing international things, right? International sales?
That's cool. Because one thing I want to do, Giggles should be in town at some point, and for Brainally Yours, I want to import the Dead or Alive Extreme 3.
Oh, Extreme 3.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that'd be so amazing.
Could be a lot of cakes.
I don't know if that's gonna be. I don't know if that's gonna be a punishment for him though. I think he'll like that. I mean,
well, I'll have a separate camera just zoomed in on his pants, and we'll just have that simulcasted.
No,
on
thank
TV.
you.
I'll be the one that isn't watching that.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So as far as I know, PS4 games are region free, right?
That's correct.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for Nintendo, none of them are. They're all region locked. I don't know about Xbox though, but I don't know of any Japanese Xbox One games that I'm, excited for. But
I don't know of any Japanese Xbox One games.
Exactly. Watch Barbie Racing be one.
Barbie Racing.
Barbie Racing.
Barbie, you gotta race. You know what we gotta do.
Gotta race it.
Oh my god.
Metal Gear. I don't.
Bum 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 bum. Metal Gear Racing.
Yeah. I'd play that.
Me too. That'd be cool.
Especially if they all raced on different Metal Gears. It'd be good. Good for me.
Okay, so Frozen, we posted a video today for Brainal Plays. Game I've never heard of until you mentioned it to me. A Town of Light. Can you shed some light on Town of Light? No pun intended.
Yeah.
That wasn't a pun. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was just bad. Yes.
Well, I was looking on Steam the other day to see what scary game that I can play, because I have been wanting to play a scary game for a while. For the site, for our YouTube channel,
which is awesome.
Yeah, just trying to get my
trying to get your ball
exactly
ball
to grow a little bit.
Squirrel balls.
Yeah, so I saw the trailer for that game, and it looked pretty dark. It looked pretty haunting. And then I read a little bit more about it and how it's based on some real events and facts in the past, having to deal with a psychiatric center, and it just kind of everything just came together. I was like, I gotta play it. I gotta say, this game is taking me into a very problematic situations and things that I'm seeing in this game. Part one is up.
I saw the video and some of the.
What do you
mean
crazy. When you say that?
So I don't want to give anything away because part 2 is done today. I'm going to be sending it to Jeffrey to edit, but the gist of the story so far, from what I gather, is you are uncovering memories and events that happen in this institute or this asylum, and you have some you may have some direct involvement on things that happen or things that may have happened to you. And
Okay.
there are certain situations that in part two you guys will see it went from 0 to 100 in a matter of just a second.
Oh wow.
And it's kind of disturbing, and not the way that of like any jump scares or
So like psychologically, kind of like get under your skin type stuff.
yeah, that makes you kind of just question, oh my god, what, I can't believe they put this in the game, you know.
That's cool. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting adventure. So I'm interested to see what else is going to happen. But from what happened today, it definitely stuck with me, and I'm still thinking about it.
When did the game come out? Do you know?
February 26th is when it came out.
Very recent. Cool.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
awesome.
just less than a month ago. And I think the studio, yeah, a couple weeks ago. Oh man, I can't think of the studio's name. Yeah, I can't think of it right now. I'll probably come back to
It was
later.
like 2 letters, right? It was like LC or something like that.
LTA, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
So is that going to be nightmare fodder for you?
I don't know about nightmare fodder, but it's gonna be something that I'm gonna think about.
What about Daymare?
Yeah,
there you go.
I would say so.
I want to check out Year Walk. That game has been on my radar forever, but it's been out for a long time, but I've never tried it. I hear it's really good.
Oh, I think I played it on my phone. I think. Yeah, it's a cool game, but I think it's out on Wii U, isn't it?
Yeah,
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 it's
it
cool.
is.
I got.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was gonna bring up some news. And Jeppy, I don't know if you've been following this, but actually, Coffee, let me ask you a question. Have you ever played Myst or any of its sequels in the past, or know about that game?
I know about Myst, yeah. I remember I never really owned it, but I remember when I was younger, I would go to the library and play it at the library because they had some copies at the my local library.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I never got that far.
Oh, it sounds
and that-
like
I
you
mean-
missed your chance.
Yeah, yeah, that was bad.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, I'm proud of that.
the developer Cyan, a few years ago, back in 2013, they put up a Kickstarter campaign about a new game that they were working on called Abduction, and it was very successful.
Oh, really? That's great.
Yeah, they originally had a goal of like 1.1 million, and they actually exceeded that up to 1.3 million, and they were able to, people were able to unlock like the next stretch goal or whatever that's called within
Yeah, you're right.
Kickstarter. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so this game is set. Actually, a trailer came out on the 4th, so the beginning or end of last week, and
Okay.
looks really cool, man. It's gonna have Oculus Rift support and
Nice.
localization. It's
Is it just PC?
for right now, I believe so.
Okay.
Is it a Myst game?
It is a Myst-like game in the
Okay.
sense of adventure, and like the puzzle solving. So basically, from what I've read about this game, is you're abducted from your like cozy little existence into an alien landscape, and you have some familiarities around you, like there's a farmhouse that you're kind of familiar with, and some of your surroundings make you feel as if you're at home, but when you step out of the world, it's obviously something else, and there's little hints to make you go further along to try to uncover, number one, where you're at, number one, why did this happen to you.
Oh, that,
you know.
that sounds like the ending to Interstellar, like the big ship they're in.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
That's cool. It'd be cool if it was really a Myst game and it was just called Myst Abduction, but they didn't tell us.
Yeah, no,
I'd be okay with that.
it doesn't. It doesn't tie into that, which would be great. But I'm glad to see Cyan back with something, and it really looks like they took their time. And just watching the trailer, it really looks like they took their time in making this unique. So I'm excited for that, and it should be out June of this year.
What I'm really excited
cool.
about is, you said Oculus Rift support, which I'm assuming like they got to do a Myst version for VR. Can you imagine going in like Channelwood, going to the high heights in VR, or can you imagine in Riven going in the submarine in VR?
Yeah, the potato.
The potato, or imagine the dental office.
Yeah.
Or do you remember when you went? What was it? The Mechanical Age? I forgot what it was. Or the Stone Ship, where you went in that underground tunnel. And
Oh, the lights got all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be crazy. It would be so much fun, but I would definitely crap my pants if those situations
Dude, that's
came
like
up.
our childhood dream to live that.
Oh, I
Have those
know.
games ever been? Were those games scary? I mean, I never.
They were scary. Like
It's scary in the sense of like, when you were a child and you were walking down a hallway and you just kind of felt something was going to happen or something is following you. Like that type of feeling.
Okay.
Nothing ever happened, and there was no like deaths in Myst or Riven, but it made you feel like I don't know something was stalking you or something might happen at any moment.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing this. I heard some of the music from some of those games, and some of it's a little unnerving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you your hair stand up. So, but I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited too.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Coffee, you been playing anything special?
Recently,
This last week?
well, I started playing Twilight Princess HD again. Yeah.
I'm gonna lead you guys to it, and I will talk to you later.
So what are your impressions so far?
I'm actually I'm really enjoying it, and I think I told you before, Jeppy, but when I went through the game the first time I played it, I wasn't in the best place to enjoy a game like that with where my mind was at.
He was in a bathroom.
And I was in the bathroom, so my mom was in the bathroom, and now it's in the foyer. So I think we're doing a little better. I'll be able to handle it.
That's great that you get this chance.
Yes, no, I'm really thankful that I waited to give this game a shot again, and I know a lot of people were complaining about how it looked. Why didn't they do as good of a job as they did with Wind Waker? And I hear those complaints, but I really enjoying what I'm going through so far. Sure, it doesn't have that same overhaul that Wind Waker had, but it's really pretty game still. I'm enjoying it a lot. I also am going through the game now with the map is reversed because I played originally on Wii and never played the GameCube version. So I know they switched the map for a right-handed Link because of more people are right-handed. Is that true?
Yeah. So you're playing the true version.
Yes,
Which I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, it makes it feel a lot different. It's really nice.
You know what I didn't expect though from conversations I've heard on podcasts and stuff. There was a response to this game that I did not expect. So yeah, I've heard people saying, "Oh, it didn't get the Wind Waker treatment." But what's amazing from what I've heard, the general consensus is that people are looking at they're not really looking at the remake as much as they're actually looking at the game. There's only one version of this game that just came out now. We're not comparing the GameCube version to the Wii version, and it seems like everyone is able to focus on, what the game did right, and through kind of like with what happened with Majora's Mask, we can appreciate it in retrospect how different this game was, what it had to offer, and how, I hate to sound cliche, how dark it is, but how what was unique about it. So from what I am gathering, it seems like this game is getting the attention that it should have gotten a while ago, some positive attention, even though it still has, crazy long opening, but so it's very it's very
Positive?
yeah, what's the word I was looking for? It's very, what's the opposite of disheartening?
Heartening?
Heartening? It's very heartening.
Yes. For your soul.
Yes. But yeah, but that's what I've been that's what I've been noticing with what I've heard. So it's interesting that you've heard that.
You heard? Yeah, me too. But no, I really like the amiibo support with it as well. They have an option with Midna, the Midna amiibo, which is really finely crafted, by the way. Really liking it, and it'll save your data on there, so you could just put the amiibo on the title screen before you go in and load up the game, and it just you put it on the scanner, and it just takes you right to your save without you having to go through the title and the menu and all that stuff. Yeah, so it's kind of like a quick start, and I think it's going to have some sort of supposedly, they said it a while back, it's going to have some sort of connection with the Wii U and potentially NX Zelda.
Yeah.
And it's really cool with because I didn't want to play hero mode. I wanted to play it in the original way, but I felt like, if I want it to be a little more difficult, I could literally just put on the Ganondorf amiibo, and it bumps up to 2 times damage like hero mode, and I could turn it off whenever I want instead of having to go through the whole game that way.
I heard you had to. I heard that it turns off when you die. That's what I heard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
But it's not permanent.
But I'm okay with that. No.
That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. Glad you're stoked.
Yeah. Oh, I'm super, super pumped. Just got to the second dungeon. So.
Gotcha. Which one's the second one? Is that the fire one?
Mines, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. If I remember correctly, the Nintendo Direct, last week we speculated on what they were going to show, right?
Correct.
Okay. Any reactions to the Nintendo Direct? Any quick reactions? From
it was pretty much what I expected.
Well,
frankly.
I didn't see it, so I am interested in what you guys take on it is.
Okay, we can give the quick rundown.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the order they did, but some highlights. They did show more on Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, that was first.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They did show that they did get into, and I expected this, but they did get into the overall gameplay would be very classic Star Fox as far as they said you still have to go to Venom, right? You start Lilac, you still have to go to Venom, but they're branching paths. But what they showed those wormholes, right? Those teleportation events, whatever. That's very much like the original Star Fox. Do you, Frozen, do you remember in the very first Star Fox, there were, I don't know, 64, but there were certain things you could do, certain events where if you did them, you could open a black hole.
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
Yeah, they brought that back, but I think it's a lot more obvious now. So that looks cool. I'm gonna be honest with you, I like the visuals the way they are. I do. I like it. It's very arcadey to me, but I mean that in a good way.
Well, I feel like they brushed it up a little bit than when they originally showed it. I saw some comparisons, and they really have improved it since when they first showed it at E3.
What I don't understand is why they don't play up the fact that Platinum had their hands in this.
I don't know. You got me.
But they did show, if you buy it at least physically, and you have the option to do this if you're to buy digitally, Miyamoto showed two, I guess you call them tech demos, 2 E3s ago. One was Project Guard, and the other one was it Robot or something like that?
Project Robot, something like that, yeah.
And so they essentially took the Project Guard, which was kind of a tower defense type game.
Yeah.
And they just made it was a Star Fox Guard, I think. And from the way it looks like they portrayed it, it's, if you were to buy it physically, you get both in their own separate physical discs and their own separate cases, which is pretty cool. If
Yeah.
you're to buy them digitally, you can either buy them individually, discounted, or you can buy them packaged together. Both of them together is a price like $60. But as far as I know, you cannot buy them individually, physically just yet.
Correct.
And in that, you play as Slippy and his uncle. I think it's Grippy.
Yeah, it's grippy. What they really I went, pretty original with that one.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then they showed, oh God, they went over so much crap. They showed more of the what is?
I think the next thing they did was the Splatoon update. They're adding more DLC to Splatoon.
Oh yeah, and those weapon packs, those suggested weapon packs.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like a Pokemon, I think.
Yeah, Pokken. They were talking about
Oh,
Pokken.
Pokemon, yeah, Pokken.
Is that a new character in Street Fighter V? Pokken!
Pokken. Well, Pokken.
Pokken.
Frozen, you know about Pokken?
No.
It's Tekken. It's from the same people as Tekken, but it's just Pokemon. Well, hold on, no, don't get me wrong. Wait.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they move the same way. The Tekken characters.
That'd be awesome. That'd be amazing, though.
see
Like,
Pikachu do
like
that.
a Pikachu. Yeah. I'd be
no,
okay
but
with
it's
that.
the developers of Tekken, and they do fighting game Pokemon that's called Pokken. But
Okay, wait.
I know
I'm
that-
a bit
yeah, go-
confused. So,
yeah,
is this
2D
a
fighting.
Pokemon
Not 2D.
fighting game in the style
Fighting.
of Tekken?
yes.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
wow.
exactly what it is.
Well, but a little bit more Pokemon based. So they have Pokemon centric attacks. Because from what I understand, I don't think Tekken.
Mega evolutions, all that stuff.
Tekken. I'm not a Tekken expert, but I don't remember seeing anybody with a projectile in Tekken. Right? I don't.
I
Anyway,
think you're
but
right.
here, you
I'm not
have
sure.
like they were doing their typical Pokemon attacks and everything.
Yeah. Beam attacks,
Yeah, I think it comes out. I think it came out this past Tuesday.
Gengar being sexy. Wait, oh, in Japan? I don't think it's out here in the States yet.
Oh yeah, I don't know. But they do offer, from what I understand, the Japan arcades, because it is also stand-up arcade. It's pretty much there are controllers attached to it, and that same controller is going to be bundled with Pokken if you buy it on Wii U, or you have to buy it separately.
I'm actually have no idea about that. That's news to me.
Yeah, I don't either. They showed that. They showed what is it? The Fire Emblem. What is it? It's
The DLC, Fire Emblem Revelation.
actually no, I was referring to the crossover, the Shin Megami Tensei crossover.
Oh,
It was something Sessions
right.
Sharp FE.
yeah. It's actually, which is interesting. They actually took the Shin Megami Tensei and reversed the letters of Shin Megami Tensei for the name of
Oh, really?
the crossover. Yeah, which I thought was pretty clever.
I didn't know
it's
that.
bothering me though that I can't remember the name. Shoot,
Oh,
I think it's called something
Oh,
Mirage.
yeah, something Mirage Sessions. What's this? I don't know. Either way, that game looks interesting. It just looks.
It's Tokyo Mirage Sessions,
Gotcha.
which is Shin Megami
Tensei.
the initials backwards. So
Sharp FE.
yeah, pretty cool.
Very J-pop centric. Apparently, it's not doing so hot in Japan. It's already out in Japan. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's something, and it's really cool. Oh, yeah. Coffee, we never talked about it. What about that treasure game? That free-to-play treasure game? What's that called?
Oh, the one that's is it Namco Bandai working on
I don't
that?
know.
I'm not sure what it's. I think it's just called Project Treasure.
No,
I thought
no,
it was.
it had a-
Did they change the name?
Yeah. But it
I don't
sounded,
remember.
it's like a
It's-
generic name.
It's free to play though, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. So they had that. They showed Frozen. They showed a Paper Mario for the Wii U, which it looks amazing, but
Graphically, but it looks a little uninspired as far as the mechanics. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, it just looks more the same. But I'm not saying it's a
Yeah.
bad game. So I like something more interesting. But yeah, I already talked to Coffee about this, and it kind of seems like a lot of their resources are just focused towards the NX, which is fine.
Yeah, I think
They
so.
did
Yeah.
show the Metroid Prime Federation Force.
It
I don't
still
want to talk
looks
about
like
it.
crap in my opinion.
Yeah, pissed with that.
Yeah,
Rhythm Heaven. That's gonna be awesome for 3DS.
that game looks great.
Yes.
New Kirby coming out as well.
Yeah, but yeah, so they just showed more of that, and I know we're missing things, but whatever. More Mario Maker stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some good looking DLC and some cool stuff coming out as far as some indie titles. I'm looking forward to Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, but
That's gonna be cool.
I know it's kind of not on a whole lot of people's radar. Is that KG Inafune in this one? That one too? That guy needs to. I don't know.
I
Whatever.
don't know. They didn't mention him. But of all that, I'm looking forward to Star Fox the most.
Yeah.
So
Let's get Foxy.
Dum-dum-dum.
let's see. Okay, so I mean that's all for news, or whatever. But Frozen, if you have a question of the week, go for it. I actually have a question of the week as well.
Oh,
that I
good.
thought
Okay.
of, like kind of spurred by a conversation I had with Coffee yesterday. But you go first. That's all you do.
Well, I was gonna ask you guys if you had the ability to work on a game, whether it be, yeah, I mean, you pick whether it's executive producer in a game or what have you. What kind of game would you like to be involved in?
It could be an existing franchise.
It could be existing or it could be completely original. Well, like a game that you would like to see, for example.
Oh man.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, and it does not have to be, totally fleshed out. You could just, give me whatever, but yeah.
See, this one's a hard sell for me just because I know that a lot of times when you are in there working on a game for a long time, and I know this just because I know some people who have felt this way when they've been working on something. But when you work on it for quite some time, you kind of spoil a lot of the game for you.
You can't enjoy it
and it
from
also you can't really enjoy it from a quite an objective
True.
standpoint because you've been working on it for so long. So as far as like me tackling beloved franchises goes, I could tell you that I wouldn't want to work on those kind of games for the most part. But I believe that like maybe a new IP, I think a VR game would be something I'd have a lot of fun doing just because of see what I could put in there and how I could really draw the audience in, and because VR hasn't been explored that much yet, so I think that would be something fun to develop for. Even if Nintendo decided to do some sort of VR thing that wasn't one of their original IPs, I think that'd be cool.
Nice.
And I just if Retro decided to do a VR version of Metroid where you could see the visor and all the numbers and stuff, and and the fog coming up and you're like getting your visor. Sorry, I just thought of that and I was just like, I want that in my life. Not that garbage on 3DS.
I know what I want because I've always fantasized about this. I would.
Oh, here we go.
I would definitely work on a Zelda game, a core franchise Zelda game, but work on the music and how the music is involved with the gameplay. Because, don't get me wrong, some of the, like Skyward Sword, there were songs in there that are some of the best songs in the whole franchise, but there's a lot of music in there I don't remember because it didn't stand out like the music used to in Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, or Twilight Princess. And I have certain
Wind
ideas
Waker.
I wish
Don't
I
forget
could
Wind Waker.
execute. And I also have ideas for the new Zelda I wish I had. Do you remember, Coffee, remember I told you about the idea of how cool would it be if in the new Zelda they showed like Link could just walk up to a tree like in a beautiful landscape and then you can sit down at the tree and it would just show just like a random cutscene, almost like a screensaver of him just enjoying the scenery, but him
Yeah.
sleeping or him just doing something where it just shows more about his personality. You know,
Yeah. So kind of like rotate around the character, like kind of like a panoramic view type
yeah,
thing. Yeah, that'd be
and
cool.
I just wish there were points of interest like that on the whole map where it just shows more about Link, because we never see more of Link other than cutscenes. But you know, like you see in the manuals, the old school Zelda manuals, you just see Link just chilling, or he'd be playing with Navi, you know, or be feeding Epona. I just want to see more of that
Yeah.
stuff. And um,
I wonder if they avoid it because they're like, oh, well, you're Link, so you don't want to flesh out his personality too much because it's supposed to embody who the player is. But I could be wrong. But I'd like to see that too, to be honest. But
I feel like
I've,
that's what I would like to be involved with personally.
cool.
What about you, Frozen?
Very cool. Well, I don't think it's any surprise, but I I want to be able to be a part of a game that does incorporate VR in a space-driven adventure, open space or open sandbox type of game. And I think I know part of the reason for my excitement for No Man's Sky is it seems like that's a game that I've fantasized about for a long time, even though I won't be able to experience that in VR.
You never know, man. You never know.
I know.
You don't.
That's true. But that, from what I've seen of that seems to be something that I would love to be on board with in any way, shape, or form, whether it's doing, graphics with that or, just being a part of that particular game. I think it would be great.
We could all be Peter Molyneux. Can I be a Peter Molyneux for a Sonic game? Just end that
Yes.
series.
Played by Vin Diesel.
That's something we can mention. So and I did talk to you about this earlier, but that rumored date was it March 3rd or 4th? I forgot what it was. 3rd. So on that day, is it Hello Games, right?
Yeah.
They announced the release date of No Man's Sky, and that's June 21st, which is cool. For PS4 and PC.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I love the art direction. I love the art direction of that game.
Yeah, definitely so, man. I hope it's as good as I think it will be.
I just know I literally have no expectations for that game whatsoever. Not because I don't think it's going to be good, just because I just really haven't followed it at all. Just
No, that actually might be a good thing.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the hype train could, get off track, derail. Let's see how many more train puns I could come up with in the next 5 seconds. I'm out of steam. Sorry, guys.
Oh my god. All right. Okay, you guys ready for my question?
Yeah, well, what was your question?
So I was talking to Coffee. We were talking yesterday, and he mentioned to me was it a rumor that Nintendo movies like Disney? What was the rumor?
Oh yeah, there's a rumor going on that Nintendo might. I don't know if it's been debunked or not, or whether it's still a true rumor. But they were talking about how Nintendo might be teaming up with Disney to work on movies.
Yeah, I don't know if that would happen because they're teaming up with Universal for the theme park stuff, so I don't know if that'd be weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
But so here's my question. My question is, if you guys could pick any video game franchise, who would you want to do those movies? Like which franchise? And which movie, which movie studio or whatever, would you want to execute those movies?
Oh, wow.
You can even say like actor, whatever.
Wow, okay.
If you want more time, I could tell you mine.
Okay.
Is it Metal Gear?
Well, here, I'll say mine.
Go for it.
Mass Effect, and I would like to see Ridley Scott involved in that.
That would be dope. That would be dope, actually. Aren't they doing a Mass Effect movie? I know.
I'm not
Excuse
sure.
me while I Google Foo right now.
Okay. I thought they were. I know. Ridley Scott would be perfect. But yeah, that'd be dope. Oh man, that'd be great.
Yeah, film was officially announced by BioWare in 2010. Legendary Pictures and Warner Brothers were to co-produce and co-finance the film. It's still in the early stages of development. No director has been hired or actors cast.
Hey, Frozen, it might happen.
Oh my god,
Can you imagine that? That'd be so dope.
that was crazy, man. I mean, if they do the trilogy, you'd be
I would have
But,
great faith in that. If I think it would be successful.
yeah, man.
Yeah. What about you, Coffee?
Shoot. No, that's tough. I feel like you should go first.
Okay. Once I thought of this combination, because I was thinking about what we were talking about, I'm like, how come this has not been a thing? I would murder people just to see Studio Ghibli do Earthbound movies.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah, do Earthbound, a movie of Earthbound, and also do Mother 3 with Lucas. I think Studio Ghibli would be perfect for that. Because I think it's with Miyazaki, by the way, directing it or involved somehow. I would murder to see those movies, to see those stories that are supposed to be so good be brought out with that type of quality. That would be. I would murder people, like I said. I'm not joking.
Oh my god. So now we know if a movie is announced,
And just
we're gonna have to look at your history, see what you've been doing, and who's missing.
I would love that.
First off, Peter Molyneux.
Because I think they could
Yes.
they could tell the story of each of them in a Miyazaki length movie. Oh God, I just need it. I need it.
Yeah, you
Cool,
do.
man.
Now, this is kind of weird, but
But I'm gonna say it.
I
Anyway.
I think
It's gonna be Barbie.
if they decided to do the Zero Escape game series and directed it by Christopher Nolan.
I think that would be awesome
Yeah, I do too.
because
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan is one of the few directors that can really pull off a twist ending well. You know, and
Yeah.
especially with the Zero Escape series.
Yeah.
What if you Danganronpa? But yeah, Danganronpa
That too.
though, like you need. That's so over the top though, as opposed to 999.
It is. Plus, it's already an anime.
That's true.
There's no anime. I would like this to be live action though.
Yeah, I could see that. Man, why doesn't this stuff exist?
I don't know.
Guess we got work to do, guys.
Why doesn't Silent Hills exist?
We know why.
We know what you did,
Peter
Konami. We're
Molyneux
coming for you.
somehow he's responsible.
Yeah, somehow
Him and Sonic.
he is involved.
I think Peter Molyneux and Sonic are one and the same person.
Even his name makes me angry.
Yeah, man, yeah.
It's like a cracker that it's too dry and you just want to spit it out because it's disgusting.
Dude,
That
this
is the
tastes
most
so
bizarre.
Molyneux.
First off, I thought you were getting racial.
Oh no, not at all. Because that would be, me insulting myself as well. I guess I'm not, French though, so there's that.
Yeah.
Let's see how far we can keep going with this.
I'll just sit
Let's
back.
stop.
Man, there was something else that just popped into my mind. Oh yeah, just randomly. I know it's the worst time to say this. I started playing. I forgot I was playing, and I started replaying, resuming Talos Principle today. And that game, it's great, but the developers, Crow Team, the way they did the mobility in that game made me a little nauseated. So I had to keep taking breaks as far as the bobbing. The bobbing just wasn't right. and it was just throwing me off. But that game's cool. I'm excited to resume that.
I've kind of wanted to check that game out. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. Either way, I mean, that's all I got.
Yeah. I think I'm
Same here.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm just ready for April, man. Bring on the April. There's a couple good games coming out then. Dark Souls 3. We got Starfax. And we're going to have, Pigma and, Star
Quantum
Wolf.
Break.
And
I'm excited.
yes, we do. We got that.
Yeah.
We got QB.
Got that on
A
deck.
little QB.
Next.
Little QB on deck.
Next.
Anyway.
Another one.
Everybody, thank you for joining us on the Brainal Podcast. We would hopefully have this up by Friday, and on iTunes. We for some reason, the prior episodes are mono on iTunes, not on YouTube. But the future episodes, including this one, should be stereo. So we're good to go.
So sorry, guys. Sorry.
No, it's not a big deal. So just everyone have a great week, and we'll see you next week on the Brainal Podcast. Peace.
Peace, guys.
Whoop.